Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are diving into an awesome AI powered workflow that turns a simple voice conversation into a fully customized travel plan, and also we're going to send the travel plan to your particular email. So if you're essentially into AI learning, AI automation, then this video is for you. And if you find this interesting, please do the like button and do subscribe for more such content. And by the end of this video, you would have a basic simple understanding about how you can create your own AI workflows with a basic use case, that is whatever ideas you have. Okay, so in this tutorial you'll be using two things, that is ElevenLabs for the voice conversations as well as N8N for the creating of AI workflows. So let's get started. So let's initially understand about what exactly are your AI workflows. So they're essentially automated processes that connect different AI tools and services to handle tasks intelligently and efficiently as well. So you can think of them as digital assembly lines where data flows from one step to the next, powered by AI to make decisions or even generate content. Okay, so that's the basic gist about what exactly is the AI automated workflows. So here we're gonna use ElevenLabs, as I told, that is our voice input side. So here ElevenLabs is like a free text to speech and AI voice generator platform that creates incredibly realistic speech. You can check it out, and it provides around 70 plus languages, that is basically the voice, and it gives you around 10,000 free credits once you log in, and you can even try to upgrade as well. The price is pretty small, I guess it's about $5. You can press on upgrade, and as you can see, the starter pack is $5 per month. It's going to give you 10,000 credits, 30,000 credits, and you can check out the other plans as well. Okay, if at all you want to implement more projects or create more agents. So essentially I have about 10,000 credits, that is free credits once you log in, and these are remaining as of now. That's 4,000 is remaining. So you can even try out the free plan as well, and it provides a lot of credits as well. Okay, so that's the basic understanding about your ElevenLabs. So it also offers easy to use APIs as well as SDKs for the integration, like making it perfect for building different kinds of voice agents for your projects. So let's initially get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a voice agent in ElevenLabs. You can come to ElevenLabs. You can make sure you're on this particular option, that is conversational AI, that is which says build and manage your AI agents. So this would come to this particular page, and you can press on the agents over here. Okay, so as you can see, I've done some previous calls, about 11 calls, and these are the total duration and the total cost credits as well as your total LLM cost, right? So here, come back to the agents. So these are some of the agents that I have created previously. So we're going to build one more travel planner agent for this tutorial. So here basically the user can chat about the trip details, like destination, dates, the origin, the travel mode, even interests as well as budget, and also they need to give in their email, that is speak out their email. And once the conversation is done, we're going to send all of these information to the N8N. Okay, basically we have something known as a webhook. So ElevenLabs is going to trigger a webhook to send all of that collected data through voice to N8N. Over there we're going to use the data, and then we're going to generate our workflow. So let's get started over here. Let's try to create basically a simple kind of agent that is going to track all of the users details through a voice. So I'm going to press on new agent over here, and over here I'm going to say a blank agent, or I think there is another option to create it from scratch. Let's look into that. Yeah, let's check out blank itself. I'm going to say travel planner agent. You can give any agent name you want to add, and I'm going to press on create agent over here, and there you go, our agent is created. And we need to provide in the required details to the agent, that is what exactly the agent is supposed to do when we press on create a call. Okay, so as you can see at the top, we have the agent language that is set to English. You can choose any language you want to add. Additional language also you can add. Let's say I'm going to add in Hindi. That's the only language from India, I guess. Yeah, even Tamil is there, so you can add in Hindi. So this is going to be the additional language, but your default language is going to be set to English. Okay, that is the agent is going to speak in English itself. And yeah, this is the first message. It's going to say, hello, how can I help you today? If at all you want to change that, you can change that depending upon the person who you choose. Okay, so if you go to voice over here, I think it's not voice, just scroll down. Let's check that over here. Yeah, so it's basically voice itself, my bad. So here, as you can see, by default Eric is chosen. You can actually play this over here.
Gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty.
So this basically shows you how exactly that voice is going to sound. If you do not like it, you can change it to something else as well. You can choose, let's say, this one.
All right, let's dive right in. Because who's got time to waste when there's so much to talk about?
Yeah, so I think this feels better. So I'm just going to, select this. And there you go. So Diana is chosen. So here, let's come back over here to the agent. And I'm just going to, give a starting message which says, hello, I'm Diana. How can I help you today? Okay, so here I'm going to say, hello, I am Diana. And how can I help you today? Okay, that's it. So that's going to be the first message when the user presses on call the agent. Okay, the next step is important. That's the system prompt. So this system prompt is basically used to determine the persona of the agent and the context of the conversation. So this essentially represents what exactly the agent should do when a person calls them or when it is going to be used, right? So here I'm just going to paste in the instructions. You can take a look at it. So here, yeah, not over here in the second block. So this is the overview. So we are going to say you're a travel assistant and your job is to help the caller create a travel plan based on the details they provide. And we're going to ask all of the questions one by one. And the tool you're going to use over here is N8N as we discussed earlier. So we're going to say use this tool to send the caller's details to, and this will generate a travel plan. That's going to happen in N8N tool. So here these are the instructions provided for the agent. That is, extract the required details from the caller and always send the details to N8N tool. And after you use the N8N tool, say please give me a few moments to look into this. And if at all you're forced to speak, we're just going to say just say thanks for your patience, I'm almost done, and never say there was a issue with the server, because it doesn't actually sound right, to say if at all there is any issue while implementing this. So you're just going to say this, that is, just say thanks for your patience and then I'm almost done. And once the travel plan is generated, we're going to say we're going to confirm the user saying that the travel plan has been emailed to the caller. Okay, that's it. And apart from that, there are no dynamic variables, and we're going to choose this itself, LLM, that is Gemini 2.0, a flash. I think, yeah, 001 is chosen. We can choose this as well. Okay, so temperature, so it's basically a parameter that controls the creativity of randomness. So I'm gonna keep it to be, let's say, 0.5. So make it over here, so it's creative. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. And here we need to essentially add in the webhook. Okay, so for the tools part, I'm going to enable the end call. So this gives agent the ability to end the call with the user once everything is completed. That is, once the agent has sent the email to the user for the travel plan. So I'm going to enable this. The next thing is we're going to add the custom tool, that is going to be the webhook in our case. Okay, so I'm going to press on add tool over here. I'm going to say, okay, just choose this and press over here. So this is actually taking from my previous project. So I had previously created the travel planner AI agent. Okay, that's the previous one before the tutorial. So it is automatically choosing that. So let's try to delete it. And yeah, we can actually add it directly, but I want to show it from scratch. So let's give that a try. All right, so let's actually try to create the webhook manually, because if I press on this, automatically, as you saw, it is creating it from the, it's actually giving the suggestion to use the previous one, which is actually right, but I want to show it in from the starting point. So I'm just going to say add webhook tool. I'm going to say name over here, that's N8N. I need to give the description for the tool, that is what exactly it's going to do. So I'm going to say this tool generates generates a travel plan after the details are collected. Okay, so this is going to have obviously a post method. Okay, so I'm going to say post because we need to add in some details or send some details to N8N. So as of now, I'm going to add in a default value over here. As you can see, as soon as I press on URL, it's choosing my previous one. So let's add in just this one for now. Once when we create a workflow over there in N8N, it's going to give you a URL link. Okay, that is going to be the post link. So we need to paste that over here, and then it would automatically work fine. That is, once all the details are being sent, it should be transferred over to N8N. So that's how it's going to work. So that's it. So now the next step is we need to add in the body parameters. Okay, so there is no need of authentication, so no headers and no query parameters as well. This is present, that is the body parameters. So here we need to give the description. So here I'm going to say collect all the details from the caller and send the given request. Okay, so here we need to add in all the properties that we need to get from the user. So I'm going to say the first one is going to be your date you're returning. So I'm just going to say return date over here. So I'm going to say return underscore date. That is when the user is returning from the trip. So it's going to be of type string, and the description for this is the day the user wants to return, or the day the caller wants to return. So the next one is going to be your starting date. So here I'm going to say add property string. I'm going to say starting date over here. So here description, here it's going to be the day the caller wants to leave. So the day the caller wants to leave, that is the starting point. The next one is going to be the days, that is how many days is the trip for. Okay, I'm going to say add property. So here I'm going to say days. So days is like this, and the description, how many number of days is the trip for. So here I'm going to say how many number of days is the trip for. All right, the next thing is for the destination, that is where exactly they're traveling to. So add property. So here I'm going to say destination, and description is going to be where the caller is going or traveling to. The next one is going to be the initial point, that is from where they're exactly traveling. Okay, so here I'm going to say add property. It's going to be origin. Here I'm going to say where the caller is traveling from. So where the caller is traveling from. Okay, the next and final thing is going to be for your email, right? So here I'm going to say add property. It's going to be email over here, and over here description I'm going to say an email to send the travel plan to. So I'm going to say an email to send the travel plan to, and I'm going to just press on add tool over here, and there you go. So this custom tool is generated which says N8N, and that's basically going to be a webhook in our case. So this part is actually done, right? So you can actually try to save the agent. So just press on save. So this agent would be saved. And if you want to test the AI agent, just press on test AI agent. Automatically it will take you to the test AI agent screen, and as you can see it shows call AI agent. So once you press on call, automatically the AI agent should be speaking to you, and it's going to ask you all of the questions. Okay, that is starting from the origin, destination, trip details, and all of the other details. And once that is done, if at all we have a workflow already present in N8N, it should work properly fine. So let's come back over here, and here let's try to head back to N8N. So it's going to be the website that we're going to use. Okay, so let's first of all understand what exactly is N8N. Okay, so this is basically an open source AI workflow automation platform that lets you connect a different number of apps, services, as well as AI tools to build different kinds of automations as well. So it's like Zapier itself, but more flexible and customizable. Okay, so it also has a wide variety of community where you can get help as well. And if you're interested in building different kinds of AI workflows, this tool is for you. So let's try to sign in. So again, this gives you around 15 days of free trial where you can create a lot of automations. And if you like the platform, you can actually try to upgrade as well. You can check out the pricing over here. So I'm going to press on sign in. So here I'm going to press on sign in. I've already created my account. If at all you do not have your account, you can create your account. You would get around 15 days free, I guess, to create all of the workflows. So basically this is my N8N cloud. I'm just going to press on sign in over here. And there you go. So this would bring back to my particular workflows. Okay, so as you can see, it says 11 days left in your N8N trial. It would give you around, let's say 15 days, free trial. So you can take a look at this website, and then you can try to create different kinds of workflows. And if at all you like it, you can try to upgrade it as well. So now let's try to create a new workflow over here, right? So this is basically the initial web page that shows up once you come back to your N8N cloud. So I'm going to press on create workflow. So this should basically create a blank canvas for you. Okay, so towards the right hand side you can add in all of the notes, and you can add some sticky notes as well. And here is going to be the first step, and all of your executions and evaluations are going to come into this particular tab. So let's try to add in our first step, which is going to be the webhook notes trigger that we previously discussed. So this is the starting point. Okay, so this would actually try to create a webhook for you onto the canvas. So what it exactly does, as we discussed previously, so the webhook node listens for the incoming data from your external sources, in our case your ElevenLabs. So it acts like an endpoint URL where ElevenLabs sends the data, that's the user's details, via a post request. Let's give that a try. I'm going to say add first step. I'm going to search for webhook, that's this one. It says starts the workflow when a webhook is called. So add that. So as you can see, by default when you press on webhook, it opens this particular window. So towards the left it is going to say pull in events from the webhook, and we also have the listen for the test event. So once everything is set up over here, you're going to press on listen for test event, and you're going to go back to ElevenLabs, and then you're going to try that out. Okay, so that all the details is going to be filled over here, right? So in our case, since we're going to use a post request, just choose the post over here, http method post, and copy down this and paste it over there. So previously, if you remember, we had just pasted a normal link. Come back to ElevenLabs agents, choose travel planner AI agent, and scroll down to the webhook part, this one, and try to add in your URL over here. Instead of this, try to add in this request, this URL that's coming from N8N. Just press on save. Yeah, so now I think that error should be gone. Save. And there you go. So this is done. Okay, this is the post request we're gonna listen to. So let's come back over here, and the next steps is, yeah, I think pretty much that's it. There are no more steps for this particular node. So towards the right hand side, we're going to show the output that is for that particular node. So let's say if you want to just test this particular webhook, so you're going to press on this button or this button that is which says listen for test event. Okay, and once that is happening, you're going to go back to your ElevenLabs and then call the AI agent. So once that is done, automatically all of the output should be being shown over here. So let's give that a try, and you can just say back to canvas, and there you go. Our first node is created over here. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's press on this, and I'm going to say listen for the test event, and hopefully if at all we try to call the AI agent, given all of the details, we should be seeing all of that over here. So let's say listen for test event, and there you go. It says listening for test event, make a post request to this particular endpoint, which has already been set up. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to say back, and then I'm going to say test AI agent. I'm going to say call AI agent, and let's try to answer the questions.
Hello, I am Diana. How can I help you today?
I need to plan a trip.
Okay, I can help with that. First, where are you traveling from?
I'm traveling from Bangalore.
Okay, and where are you going to?
I'm planning to go to Coorg.
Okay, I can help with that. When would you like to leave?
I'm planning to leave on September 5th, 2025.
Okay, and when would you like to return?
Planning to return on September 8th, 2025.
Okay, and how many days is this trip for?
It's for about 3 days.
Okay, and finally, could you please provide me with your email address so I can send you the travel plan?
Right, so it's Sujan Anand number 0 @gmail.com.
Okay, I have all the details. Just to confirm, you are traveling from Bangalore to Coorg, leaving on September 5th, 2025, and returning on September 8th, 2025 for a total of 3 days. And your email is sujananand0 @gmail.com. Is that all correct?
Yep, that's absolutely right.
Perfect. Please give me a few moments to look into this. Thanks for your patience. I'm almost done. I have emailed you the travel plan. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, no, thank you.
Happy I could help with your travel plan. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, let's actually check out over here, but for some reason it is not listening. I'm not sure why. So let's look into that, because previously it was listening. So let's give this one more try. Let's try to press over here, execute the workflow. Now let's give this one more try. I'm going to say test AI agent, call AI agent.
Hello, I am Diana. How can I help you today?
I need to plan a trip.
Okay, I can help with that. First, where are you traveling from?
I'm traveling from Bangalore.
Okay, and where are you traveling to?
I'm traveling to Coorg.
Great. And on what date would you like to leave?
I'm planning to leave on September 5th, 2025.
And how many days will the trip be for?
It's for 3 odd days.
Okay, and do you have a return date in mind?
Yeah, September 8th, 2025.
Lastly, could you please provide me with your email address so I can send you the travel plan?
Yeah, so it's Sujan Anand number 0 at gmail.com.
Please give me a few moments to look into this. Okay, the travel plan has been emailed to you. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, no, thank you. And boom, just like that, as you can see, we have all of the information that is being passed from your ElevenLabs to your N8N workflow. Okay, so previously I was just trying to press on this. So just come back to the canvas and then press on execute workflow at the bottom button, and it should work properly fine. And there you go. We have Coorg, September 8th, 2025. That's a return date. Origin from Bangalore. That's my email. This is my starting date, as well as number of days I'm planning to travel is 3. Okay, so everything is being passed. These are all of the headers, so which is not required as of now. You can check out the output in different formats, that is schema, table, as well as your JSON format as well. So I basically prefer to look at in a schema format. So it's pretty easy to understand the details, and it is better as well. That's what I feel. And you can check out different options over here as well, as I said. So that's the first step, that is to create the webhook and receive the details. So this part is done. So now the next step is we're going to add something known as the set node, that is with respect to the data processing. So we need to connect something. Let's come back to here. As you can see, this step is complete. You can see the tick mark button and everything is essentially in green, which is good. So as I said, the next step is to create the set node. So what exactly this does? So the set node, extracts and organizes, specific fields from the incoming data. So this step is essentially for cleaning the data that we get from the ElevenLabs, and we're also gonna make it look proper. So for that, I'm gonna press on plus over here. I'm gonna choose the option that is set node, that is your edit fields itself. You can modify, add, or remove the item fields. So just choose that, and automatically once you press, again the window is going to open up, and here we're going to add all of the fields one by one. So it's pretty simple, just we need to do drag and drop, nothing fancy. So minimize this. What we need is all of these 6 details to be properly given or properly added. So let's try to drag and drop over here. So I'm going to say this one, that's the first one, that is your body.destination. It's going to be of type string, and to access that, it's going to be json.body.destination. You can just try to add that over there. And pretty much similarly, let's try to do that for all of the other ones as well. That is a return date, your origin, your email to send the travel plan to, your starting date, as well as the days. Let's add that over here. Okay, that's it. So once you press on execute step, all of the output should be shown towards the right hand side. Let's press on that, and boom, just like that, we have all of the data being processed that is coming from your webhook. So with the help of these details, we're going to move to the next step or the next node, that is going to be add the AI agent, where the trip plan generation is going to take place based on all of these given details, right? Let's come back over here, and there you go. Even the second step is executed. So now the next step is we're going to say add AI agent node. I'm going to press on plus. I'm going to search for AI agent. That's the AI agent node. So now let's actually understand what this particular node does. Okay, so this node uses an AI model like, let's say, GPT, Grok, Claude, anything, to generate a detailed formatted trip planned based on the user's inputs, right? So it basically outputs the HTML for some nice email formatting too. Let's understand, we need to configure 2 things for this. If you come back over here, you should be seeing we have a chat model and we have a star icon over here, which means we need to compulsorily provide any kind of chat model. So now the next step is to choose the chat model, that is basically compulsory to choose as we discussed. So let's press on this, and in our case, we're going to choose the OpenAI chat model, and you need to add in your own API key. So just search for OpenAI chat model, press on that, and let's say I'm going to choose GPT-4o. That's this one. Okay, and you can add credentials over here. So if all the credentials are not added, it would allow you to add the credentials. So you can head over to platform.openai.com, log in with Google, go into your profile, press on billing, and make sure you have few credits left in your account. Once the credit is topped up, you can come back to API keys, create a new API key, and then paste that API key over here. Okay, so that part is done. Let's come back to canvas. Let's press on AI agent over here. So here we need to make some modifications. So this is going to contain two things. That is the system message, where it is considered to be the core prompt. So we need to paste in something like, you're a professional travel agent, so create a detailed trip plan for the user's preferences that is based on all of these details. Okay, that's going to be your system message, and we're also going to format the output with proper bullet points as well as headings, so in the mail it is going to look properly fine. Yeah, so let's try to implement this. Let's try to paste in the user message as well as your system message. Okay, so here I'm going to choose the drop down. I'm going to say define below because we're going to use an expression to reference the data. Okay, so here I'm going to say plan a trip to, it's going to be a destination, so just try to drag and drop. It's that pretty simple, and there you go. It says plan a trip to Coorg. So whatever value you provide over here, the result in strings is going to be shown over here. Okay, so that part is done, and I'm going to say from. Here we're going to say from your departure date to your return date. Okay, so to return date we're going to add that, and I'm going to say the user is interested in visiting new places and exploring them. So let's add the value over here. So the first one is going to be your return date. I mean, not return date, your starting date. So after from, add that over here. Okay, so here it says plan a trip to Coorg from September 50th. Okay, my bad. I think some issue while sending the data. It should be 5th actually. Yeah, we can actually try this out once again. And 2, we need to be passing this one, that is September 8th. Okay, and we're going to say the user is interested in visiting, visiting spelling is wrong, new places and exploring them. Okay, that's going to be your user message, and we need to add in the next one, that is going to be the system message. Press on add option. I'm going to say system message. Let's try to add in what exactly the system should do. So I'm just going to paste in the code for that, and I'll be sending all of this in the description. You can take a look at it. So you're going to say you're a professional travel agent. We're going to say create a detailed plan trip based on the user's preferences and format the output as HTML with the following structure. And we're going to say use H3 for headings, for example, day, title, section, and use UL tags and as well as LI tags for bullet points. And we're going to say do not use strong B or other inline formatting tags for emphasis. And we're going to say ensure the plan is concise, professional, and renders cleanly in an email without visible HTML tags. And we're also going to say transportation details from the origin to the destination at the start using the specified travel mode, that is how exactly we can travel to that particular place. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be sending all of these messages in the description. You can take a look at it. So this part is done. So once I press on execute step, automatically, if at all my API key is valid, you should be seeing the output towards the right hand side with all of the trip plan generated for Coorg. Okay, I'm not sure if it would work because the date is kind of wrong, because for some reason the audio didn't work properly. So it has taken 50th instead of taking 5th. So let's say execute step. So there you go, executing node. Yeah, so there you go. It says I'm sorry, but it seems there was a mistake with the travel dates. Yeah, so this should come properly fine. That is, it should be 5th instead of 50th. Let's give this one more try. I'm going to say back to canvas, and I'm going to say execute workflow right from the start. Okay, first of all, let's try to save the workflow, otherwise all of the details would be lost. I'm going to say save. Okay, this part is done. Again, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to say execute workflow right from the scratch, and I'm going to come back to the AI agent. I mean, from the ElevenLabs, we're going to send the correct details this time. So I'm going to say execute workflow. So hopefully it should be waiting for the event. Yeah, so let's come back over here. I'm going to say call AI agent.
Hello, I am Diana. How can I help you today?
I need to plan a trip.
Okay, I can help with that. First, where are you traveling from?
I'm traveling from Bangalore.
Okay. And where are you traveling to?
I'm traveling to Coorg.
Great. And on what date would you like to leave?
I'm planning to leave on September 5th, 2025.
Understood. And how many days will the trip be for?
It's for about 3 odd days.
Okay. And do you have a return date in mind?
Yeah, so I'm planning to return on September 8th, 2025.
Got it. Finally, could you please provide your email address so I can send you the travel plan?
Yeah, so it's Sujan Anand number 0 at gmail.com.
Okay, I have all the details. Just to confirm, you're planning a 3-day trip from Bangalore to Cork, leaving on September 5th, 2025, and returning on September 8th, 2025. Your email is sujanan and 0 at gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect. Please give me a few moments to look into this. I have sent the travel plan to your email address. Let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, so for some reason it didn't work this time, not sure. So let's come back to the canvas and then let's press on execute workflow. I'm going to give this one more try and then I'm going to come back. So there you go, it finally worked. So this is the response from the AI agent and it has given all of the required details. So we're going to send all of these details to the user's email. So that was the step. So just make sure you enter the correct details or speak out the details clearly. For some reason, if you get stuck in some point, so for some reason sometimes it doesn't properly pick the correct word, and because of that it might error out over here. So that's the only thing. Let's come back to canvas. The next and final step is we need to trigger the final node, that is going to be your Gmail, so that we could send the travel plan to the user's email. Okay, so I'm going to say Gmail, press on plus. I'm going to press on Gmail over here. We have many options. In our case, send a message. So make sure you have created your account, that is set up your account. First of all, you need to give permissions to N8N to allow the access. Once that is done, it should be chosen. So choose that, and I'm going to say operation is going to be send, and the 2 is going to be equals to your details, that is going to be your email, this one. So as you can see, your trip plan is going to be sent to this one. So for the subject, we need to change that. Operation is going to be sent, that is right. Yeah, subject is going to be changed over here. I'm going to say trip plan to your destination. Yeah, again there is some kind of spelling error over here, we need to change that, but this is how it usually works. Okay, so it should be Chickmangalore instead of Chitmangalore. So there is a small spelling error over there. So now the next step is going to be email type. I'm going to say add options. So here I'm going to say append N8N attribution. I'm going to not allow it, so just disable that. The next one, email type HTML, and it is just going to be equals to your JSON.output. That is going to come from the AI agent. So press on this. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So once you press on execute step, it should automatically send the email to my particular email, because that's what is given over here, and my email is right. You can check that out over here. So let's press on execute step, and boom, there you go, node executed successfully. I should have received the email. I'll just show that over here. So let me come back to my email over here and then show you the first email. So I'm just going to say Gmail over here, and boom, there you go. So trip plan is being generated. So all of these details are going to be given over here. Okay, so we have the itinerary for day 1, day 2, and day 3, and you can check it out, which is working properly fine. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind is we need to check if at all the details that is being given properly through voice should be properly fine. Even if there is a small spelling error, it might give some other details to the trip which you actually did not want to see. So that's the basic implementation of this. Let's come back to canvas. So now you can actually try to execute this workflow as a whole by pressing on the execute workflow button. So everything should work properly fine, and you should be able to get the trip plan to your particular email with the correct details, just like this as we saw over here. Okay, so as you can see over here, my credits are almost done over here. So you can try to execute the workflow fully. I don't think I can make another call without topping up the account. So once you execute, this time, as I said, once everything is done, it should automatically send the mail without executing each step as we have done previously. So you just need to press on execute, call the agent, and automatically give the correct proper details through voice, and we should be able to see the information being passed from each of the node, and then finally the email should be sent to your particular email, that is whatever you have given over here. So if you found this interesting, please do the like button and do subscribe for more such content. And we'll also try to implement different kinds of use cases which are more complex than this one. So this was basically a very simple one to implement, that is based on a simple use case, that is to generate a travel plan based on the user's details. So yeah, that's it about this video. So hope you found this interesting and learned at least something about AI workflows and automation. So let's see you in the next video, and then thank you for watching.